So Perry, after that technical difficulty, we are back. And Christchurch Foundation School, Joanna Myrie winning the second section there. Sarah Bell for sure. The class start from that first section. So we're just going to wait the time for her. And from my calculation, we have another record. And also the running she did between the hurdles. She surely finished strong. Okay, so we're gonna keep track of those records. The
grade and C respectively. Daniela Edwards, Stephian Shepard, and Kayla Walters all clearing 1.40 meters. Third position, Ivana Odell, Harrison College, 1.45 meters. Second position from Springer Memorial, Joanne Clark, 1.55 meters. And the champion in the under 20 girls high jump, clearing a height of 1.60 meters, Shantae Seal from the Springer Memorial School. And we have results of the under 20 girls 400 meter hurdles. 8th position, Dana Haynes, St. George Secondary School. And 7th, Kayla Walters, Graydon Sealy. 6th, Sierra Coward, Springer Memorial. In 5th position, Kara Douglas, Harrison College. In 4th position, Ariel Chatterton, Christchurch Foundation. The top 3. 3rd position, Afraka Bino Ford, Harrison College, 73.97 seconds. 2nd position, Nadia Maynard, Christchurch Foundation, 72.68 seconds. And the champion, the under 20 girls 400 meter hurdle, Joanne Clark, Springer Memorial, 68.07 meters.
Thank you, Perry, for those results. We have the under 15 boys who should be coming up next with the 300 meter hurdles. Is it? Yes.
Yes, under 15.
However, I'm not seeing the boys. Neither am I seeing the hurdles.
The hurdles are there.
And these hurdles.
The hurdles are there, Michael. The boys aren't.
Well, the start crew is there as well. So I believe what we can do here, we can take a break. I don't know if we have an interview lineup. I know there were a number of interviews done with some of the outstanding athletes. But we will definitely take a break, pay some bills, and you may get the opportunity to see an interview with some of those athletes. So we'll be right back shortly.
Skip breakfast? With a bottle of Ensure, you get 9 grams of protein, 26 vitamins and minerals, and the calcium that your body needs. For the hectic moments of your life, drink Ensure.
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
We start with a yes, but when life takes unexpected turns, you can still say yes to more. The Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard gives you points with every purchase that you can use to travel anywhere. Fly on any airline, anywhere, anytime, with no blackout dates. Plus, with just 20,000 Scotia points, you can say yes to select destinations. With Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard credit card, it's easier to say yes to everything. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union Crib Club.
It's more than just money.
Home development with the Crib Club. You're young and you need to save money with the Crib Club. Savings have value and sustainability. So listen, children, show some discipline. It is beneficial for you. When you save, you see the value.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union Crib Club. More than just money with the credit union Crib Club.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ian. I'm here with a very special young man, special to me and special to Christchurch Foundation, Delano Wickham. Delano, your first year, Christchurch Foundation School. How is it going?
So far it's going okay. The atmosphere obviously will be different from Ali School for the years I was there, but it's good they welcomed me and stuff like that. And yeah, so far it's going great.
Okay, so we've been seeing you going leaps and bounds today. And did you know how close you came to breaking that all 200-meter record by Willan Louis? You get 0.14 of a second. Yes, so you were really motoring. So you're not at school, first year on the 20, and second year on the 20. Second year on the 20. You have one more year on the 20. Okay, second year on the 20. You're here at Christchurch Foundation School. Where can we see Delano Wickham in the next 3-4 weeks?
I will be at the Louis Lanes Championships, which is after Relay Fair this weekend. And the following weekend is, I think, Junior Nationals, which is another big meet in Warriors. And then after that would be SAC Championships.
So can we see Delano Wickham's name on the plane ticket going to the Bahamas by Junior Nationals?
I would hope so.
Yeah, and this in terms, you have some very quality quarter milers at the school with you. I am calling the 4x4 relay for Christchurch Foundation School based on the caliber that I've been seeing.
Leilani Haddock, she's she's coming through. We've seen you come through all of the ranks. We've seen you at BSSAC. We've seen you at under 13, under 15, and now under 17. What has that journey been like for you?
Well, not all the time I would have won, so it was a tough journey, but I didn't give up, so I'm proud of that, and I will keep pushing and pushing.
In terms of your development right now, where would you say that your strength lies? What is your pet event? We saw you competing in 1, in the 4, and in the 200. You won the 200. What would you say is your pet event at this stage? Because even though you won the 2, that may not be what you prefer. Where is your strength right now?
Well, to be honest, my pet event is the 200. Because in the 100, I don't really get a fast start. So I'm starting to focus more on the 400 and the 200.
So coming from the primary school. So welcome back to the National Stadium, where we are bringing you coverage of day 2 of the Esther Maynard zone. On track right now is the under 15 boys 300 meters hurdles. In terms of lane assignments, in lane 7, Raquan Wilkinson. In lane 6, Nicola Kennedy of the Allen School. In lane 5, Alicia Harding of St. George. In lane 4, Jadon Pierce. In lane 3, Dimitri Bourne. Lane 2, King. In lane 1 is Jordan Perry. How are they looking as they approach the 200-meter mark?
I see the lad from St. Leonard's boys looking good, and the Christchurch Foundation, so that's Bourne and Pierce. Those are the 2 top athletes right now, Bourne and Pierce. Pierce has a slight advantage on Bourne as they come down the home stretch. Pierce is leading. That's the lad from St. Leonard's boys. Bourne lost his a little stride there going over the hurdle. He landed awkwardly. But it's going to be St. Leonard's boys, and Bourne stumbles again. But it will be St. Leonard's boys. That is Jadon Pierce from Dimitri Bourne. And then the athlete from the Allen School, Nikolai Kennedy, for 3rd. That's how they finish in that first section.
Well, we have section 2 to look forward to. Of course, these are timed finals, and what that means is that the fastest finishers, those are the persons that are going to take the top spots. We look ahead to the second section. Any names here popping out to you, Perry, as you glance up and down the list of entries? Anything? Not seeing anything, but for the benefit of our viewers, I must let you know that the record is held by Jadon Pierce of St. Leonard's boys, who coincidentally just won the first section. He would have set that record last year in a time of 44.36 seconds, and the BSSAC record is like reoccurring decimals here now, Perry. Rivaldo Leacock holds the BSSAC record, a blistering 38.03 seconds, a record set back in 2012.
Yes, a very informed Rivaldo Leacock, then of the Leicester Vaughan School. He had a very heavy diet of hurdles there under the watchful eye of Coach Bob.
Yep.
So he came down here and he really dominated the hurdles, and he stopped his dominance in the hurdles from then onwards.
And now as we look at the lane assignments for this second section, in lane 7 representing the Ellerslie School, Shadane Phillips. In lane 6 representing Combermere, Aaron Hinkson. Lane 3, St. George Secondary, Trey Waldron. In lane 4 we have Rodnico Carrington representing Christchurch Foundation. In lane 3, Darnell Ford representing the Allen School. In lane 2, Caleb Messiah representing Harrison College. And in lane 1, Kyle Ford Blades representing St. Leonard's boys. And they're off and running. Perry, and there's a tumble
from Christchurch Foundation. That's Codgerton.
Oh my goodness, that was the athlete from Combermere. But look on the inside, the young man from Harrison College, Caleb Messiah, he's looking pretty good, Perry, as they approach 150 meters in.
Yes, they come off the turn right about now, Ian, and it's all Caleb Messiah.
Running all by himself, looking pretty good. for these last few meters in the under 15 boys 300. It's going to be all Caleb Messiah, all by himself, crossing the line now, looking extremely good. In second place, Kyle Fort Blades of the St. Leonard's boys, and in lane 7, taking third, is Shadane Phillips of the Ellerslie Secondary School. So it should be pretty interesting to see how those times come back. Of course, we saw Jadon Pierce having a good run in the first section, but in this second section, Caleb Messiah looking just as good.
Yes, he was very quick between the hurdles, and that's what you need. You need to get over the hurdles quickly. You need to make contact with the ground as quickly as possible, and you need to run between the hurdles, and he did all of that. We just have to wait now and see what the official results will be, and who will be crowned the champion in the under 15 boys 300 meter hurdles.
And next will be the turn of the under 15 girls. Of course, the hurdles will be removed. They will not run 300 meters, rather they'll run 200 meters. And there will also be 2 sections for the under 15 girls 200 meters. That record held by, looks like, Rihanna Morris of the Christchurch Foundation School, a time of 30.131 seconds, set back in 2017. The BSSAC record held by Shakira Hall of Corjampari, 27.24. So in a bit we'll have those lane assignments for you. Any more field events? Perry, did we have some high jump results coming in at any point in time?
Our runner is coming, and he seems to be reading our minds. Ian, as soon as we call for something, he shows up.
There we go.
We have the hurdle results under 17 girls, and as expected, new record holder in the under 17 girls hurdle, Sarah Bell. So we're going to call those results. 8th position, Camila Martin, Ellerslie, 56.09. And 7th, Zadena Bell, St. George Secondary, 55.71. In 6th position, Kalisha Goodridge, Springer Memorial, 53.66. And 5, Maya Rowe, St. George Secondary, 53.51. In 4th position, Naomi Gardier, Springer Memorial, 51.66. The top 3, Joanna Myrie, Christchurch Foundation, 51.34. In 2nd position, Tia Hines, Harrison College, 49.95. And the champion of the under 17 girls 300 meter hurdle, for 2018 in the Esther Maynard zone, from Christchurch Foundation, Sarah Bell, a new mark, 43.69 seconds. So congratulations to her, putting her name in the record book twice for this zone thus far. We have the under 17 boys results as well. Do we have the record for the under 17 boys?
Well, we can take a look at it here on the screen. The under 17 boys 400 meters in terms of the record, the zonal record. The zonal record was held by Jamula Eswick of St. Leonard's boys. That time was 57.11.
Oh, well, that record is safe, barely. So we go through. 8th position, O'Shea Brathwaite, St. Leonard's boys, 64.2. 7th position, Henri Clark, St. Leonard's boys, 63.05. In 6th position, Mikhail Herwood, from Cormier School, 62.55. 5th position, Matthew King, Harrison College, 62.24. 4th position, Randall Stevenson, Ellerslie Secondary, 62.12. Top 3, Natari Sargent, St. George Secondary, 61.31. Ialpha Ned, 2nd, 60.38. And the champion of the under 17 boys 400 meter hurdles, barely missing out on equaling the record, Aaron Spencer, Harrison College, 57.98. So good run from him.
In the background, Perry, they're introducing the athletes for what looks like to me the under 20 boys. Probably that's the shot put.
The big boys.
Some big lads.
Oh.
especially that young man from the Allen School.
All eyes will be on the lad there from Allen School. They're the second from the left.
We're not seeing them in the shot.
And the white hat
Hopefully
over
we'll be
there.
able to get them in there as soon as possible. But the shot put event is going to be on the way. Also in progress currently looks like the under 13 boys long jump. So still lots of action happening in terms of the field events. A little lull in the activity, but we should soon be seeing the under 15 girls appearing to run their 200 meters hurdles. No sign of athletes yet on the track.
No, they're not on the track as yet. I think they were just escorted over, just ushered over to the start of the 200 meter start area, Ian, but they are not quite ready. I think we have all the results that we could get at this point in time.
So that being the case, then Perry, what I'll do is just remind our viewers of that their benefits, their perks, rewards, whatever you want to call them, for locking on to today's stream. You must like Sports.bb's Facebook page if you want to enter the competition. You like the Sports.bb Facebook page, and you must also like Pharmacy Sales Inc. Caribbean Inc. rather Facebook page. Hashtag Bryden Stokes, hashtag Flawless Gym. And we are going to give you a prize if you send the correct answer to this question to our inbox. That's how we want you to send it. We don't want you to send it in the comment section. Go on Facebook, send it to our inbox. The question for today: how many stands are there at the National Stadium and who are they named after? Give all of the names of the stands here at the National Stadium. And in terms of prizes, you can have the opportunity to win one Pharmaton pack, compliments Bryden Stokes, one Sports.bb Fan Zone t-shirt, one hamper, compliments Pharmacy Sales Caribbean Inc., and a one-week pass to Flawless Gym. Looks like we are about to get some action in terms of the under 15 girls. So we have two sections in the under 15 girls 200 meters hurdles. Are we seeing some activity over there, Perry? But doesn't seem as though they're quite ready.
Yes,
Just continue to bide a little time.
We see the start assistant. She is just making sure that who's supposed to be there is there. She's doing a final check so that they can put them in there, make sure they're there. They have the hip numbers on, the chest numbers on for the identity link cameras on either side of the finish line. And once that is okay, they're going to bring them out onto the start line.
So Mr. Vincent Burke rather. Vincent Burke is the starter.
Yes, it's always good.
Event.
It's always good to see when parents and athletes give back to the sport, and he's gotten so much from track and field. And his son has gotten so much from track and field in Barbados. He has decided to graciously give back, and we thank him for that. Kudos to Mr. Burke and all the other officials out there who are volunteering and giving back to track and field in Barbados.
It's a beautiful thing when everybody can play a role. Everybody may not be an athlete, but some people may be able to assist in terms of starting, officiating. In fact, some of the teachers as well from the secondary schools across the island, they give of their time. And we must say thanks to the various schools and the principals of the schools for allowing some of the teachers to come and give of their time here, lend of service to the meet. They play an important role, the officials, and ensuring that the meet is well organized. A young man from Foundation, that's
Daniel Duncan,
athlete number 391.
He finally got it right
Jumping.
in. Remember, he was landing
Yes.
and landing and falling backwards all the time. He finally got a good jump in, and it's a big jump. So
much to the delight of the group of spectators very close to the sandpit area. But as we get ready now for the under 15 girls, Perry, the lane assignments being called. So in lane 7, we'll have Danica Gittins representing St. George Secondary. In lane 6, Malia Edwards, Springer Memorial. In lane 5, Asha Stevenson, Harrison College. In lane 4, Tia Spellin, representing the Allen School. In lane 3, Rakia Mears Paris, representing the Combermere School. In lane 2, Anisha Greenwich of Christchurch Foundation School. And in lane 1, that looks like Catalia Archer of the Ellerslie Secondary School. Still a bit of a delay in terms of the start.
So Ian and Michael, while we wait for that delay, we have another record going. It was confirmed Sarah Bell broke the record. We now have another record. The under 15 boys 300-meter hurdle, 44:36. 4 athletes went on to that record tonight, including the record holder. So I'm going to give you the top 4. Dimitri Bourne, Christchurch Foundation, 43.72. Kyle Ford Blaze, St. Leonard's Boys, 43.70. Jadon Pierce, the record holder, second, 41.73. And the champion, a new record holder from Harrison College, Caleb Messiah, 41.46. Well done.
Yes, Perry. So we are seeing the records keep tumbling. Good sign. So the first of 2 time finals coming up for the under 15 girls. The 200-meter hurdles, which is a transition event. They begin the intermediate hurdles with the 200-meter hurdles, then they go to the 300 meters, and then eventually to the 400-meter hurdles. And of course, the height of the hurdles will be lower at this level as they move up to the under 20. Definitely for the under 20 boys.
Just a reminder of the records. Zone record held by Rihanna Morris of Christchurch Foundation, 30.31 seconds. And the BSAT record held by Shakira Hall, Coralton Parish, 27.24.
So they're off to a good start. 7 competitors going 200 meters. Let's see who will be first over the hurdles. Looking pretty even between those on the outside. And that's Edwards of Springer and Gittins of St. George. We're seeing Gittins of St. George over first. So St. George Secondary really doing well in these hurdles. Here comes Stevenson of Harrison College. Stevenson and Butt. Gittins of St. George Secondary a winner. Edwards of Spring Memorial in second. Stevenson of Harrison College in third. Oh boy,
yes, I like.
Must be some rejoicing there for St. George Secondary. Definitely, we can see that some work is being done there with the hurdles. Yeah. They're doing quite well in these hurdle events, Perry and Ian.
Yes. They've been doing that all morning. And we've been seeing the progress of St. George Secondary since last year, Michael, where they really made their presence felt, in particular on those last 2 days of BSAC. They did extremely well, and so we want to, of course, pay kudos to them.
And I must say, yes, that's the point I was about to make. You know, it's a matter of how good, how influential the coaches and the physical education teachers can be in terms of, you know, really influencing these young athletes, making them believe that they can do great things, that they can hold their own with anybody else, any of the other schools. And we're definitely seeing this happen with the St. George Secondary.
Yes, Michael. I really like Danica Gittins. She looks like she has a promise to be a very, very good athlete, good hurdler. She has that stature, and she really cleared the hurdles.
As we speak, we're ready for the second section of the under 15 girls 200 meters. So in lane number 2 from Harrison College, Raishina Howard. In lane number 3 from the Allen School, you remember this name, Brianna Boyce. In lane number 4 from Springer Memorial, Tainara Paris. She's there on the screen. In lane number 5, Zoe Paris of the Ellerslie School. In lane number 6, representing the St. George Secondary, Danica Rochford. So again, we see another St. George Secondary athlete in here. Rounding off the field, Rianne Price of the Christchurch Foundation School. So they're now on the starters' orders. And getting ready for this final section, seeing if they can run a faster time than their counterparts from that first section. They're off to a pretty fast start, as you need to in this 200-meter hurdles. No time to waste here at all. And again, on the outside, Price of Christchurch Foundation School. She's over the hurdle first. A little problem there. And here comes Rochford of St. George Secondary over that hurdle. On the inside, though, look out for Brianna Boyce. Brianna Boyce of the Allen School going over first. So it's Boyce all the way now. Brianna Boyce. Brianna Boyce is going to take it. A good run, though, from Rochford of St. George Secondary to finish up in second. So, again, seems as though St. George will pick up some points.
Certainly will.
In the hurdles. Something good is happening up there.
Third place went to Tainara Paris of the Springer Memorial School.
So, again, as this being a time final, we'll have to wait when they amalgamate the scores and the times to come up with the eventual winner of the event.
And while we do that, there is yet another record that has been broken, but this time it's been broken in the boys javelin throw, the junior boys. And we can just go through the 8 places, all the places that would have acquired some points. So we had, representing Christchurch Foundation, Jonathan Harmon, throwing a distance of 27.09 meters in 8th place. In 7th, Andre Lashley Coppin, representing the Alling School, throwing a distance of 28.31 meters. Lane 6, I'm saying lanes. In 6th place, what is going on? In 6th place, Aidan O'Geese of the Alling School. He threw a distance of 28.40 meters. He acquired 3 points. In 5th, we had Ramon King, representing the Combermere School. He threw a distance of 30.68 meters. 4th place went to Kamaria Grant. Kamaria, or is that it? Kamaria Grant of Christchurch Foundation, a distance of 30.86 meters. The top 3 in the junior boys javelin. 3rd place, Imani Austin of St. Leonard's Boys, 32.39 meters. In 2nd place was Azarian Weeks of Harrison College, 33.45 meters. And a new record in the junior boys javelin throw. This time it is Caleb Messiah of the Harrison College, a distance of 35.68 meters. A new zone record, Perry.
Oh, yes. Good for him. So, guys, we have some points coming up shortly. And we'll soon be able to tell our listeners the position as far as points are concerned. So, guys, let's look at the girls' points. There are 10 schools who have scored at least 1 point in the girls' category. At the bottom is the Ursuline Convent. They're on 4 points. Parkinson Memorial on 28 points. Graydon Sealy, 34 points. Ellerslie Secondary, 50 points. St. George Secondary, 69. Combermere, 117. Allen School, currently 4th in the girls on 143.5. Harrison College, 3rd in the girls, 195. And these 2 schools will be battling for the title. I don't think there's anywhere in the world that any other team will be able to catch Christchurch Foundation or Springer Memorial. Springer is currently 2nd with 320 points and leading the girls, holding on to that title. Christchurch Foundation, 344.5. So that's some 24.5 points. And Ian, if you can tell us how the boys are doing.
The boys aren't doing too badly, Michael. 1 point. And in 1 point and in 10th place, we have the Ursuline Convent. In 9th place, the Parkinson Memorial School with 25 points. In 8th position currently is the Graydon Sealy School with 42 points. In 7th is the Ellerslie School, 60 points. In 6th place, the Combermere School with 112 points, 1 point separating 6th and 5th. In 5th currently is the St. George Secondary School, 113 points as we look at the top 4. In 4th, we have the Allen School with 160.5 points. And in 3rd, the St. Leonard's Boys, 181.5 points. And some distance between 3rd and 2nd. Christchurch Foundation presently occupies the 2nd position with 247 points, and just ahead of them by about some 9 points or so, the Harrison College School with 256 points. Very, very small margin in terms of the boys, so the boys certainly being a lot more competitive. The girls, they're competitive as well, but Spring Memorial and Christchurch Foundation have really surged ahead and put some distance between themselves and the rest of the field. So that's where the battle will lie, just about 24.5 points separating the girls and 9 points separating the top 2 among the boys.
So the 800 meters, next scheduled track events, starting with the younger age categories and working up to the under 20 girls and boys. This is a good time for us to take a break, and we'll be back. 800 meters coming up.
You skip breakfast? With a bottle of Ensure, you get 9 grams of protein, 26 vitamins and minerals, and the calcium that your body needs. For the hectic moments of your life, drink Ensure.
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
We start with a yes, but when life takes unexpected turns, you can still say yes to more. The Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard gives you points with every purchase that you can use to travel anywhere. Fly on any airline, anywhere, anytime, with no blackout dates. Plus, with just 20,000 Scotia points, you can say yes to select destinations. With Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard credit card, it's easier to say yes to everything. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union crib club.
It's more than just money.
Home development with the crib club. You're young and you need to save money. With the crib club, savings have value and sustainability. So listen, children, show some discipline. It is beneficial for you. When you save, you see the value.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union crib
Welcome back to the National Stadium for this Christchurch Foundation Inter-House meet. With me I have the incomparable Mr. Ricky Carter, a coach and somewhat of a radio personality. How are you doing today, Ricky?
Well, as you should know, I'm a little tired because of running up and down for the whole morning. Myself and my head of department and also former Olympian Seabert Strong, we were here from just before 7 this morning, making sure things in place to get that 9:15 start. But it's all for the good, so I'm ready to go.
How are your prospects looking? Because we are going to wrap this day up in a matter of hours, really, and from here on it's about the zones, it's about BSSAC. How are the prospects looking as far as Mr. Ricky Carter, coach, is concerned?
Well, certainly I'm pleased with what I've been seeing so far today, and obviously I would hope that a number of persons will be satisfied with what they actually saw today. But all in all, I think the kids have done reasonably well.
Now, Perry and myself, we've been talking about Delano Wickham. We've been talking about him off air, really, and the progress that he would have made between last year and this year. How much work have you been putting in with that young man? Because when we saw him, so we were with Kobe Hudson. Kobe, now you absolutely shattered the record in the 400 meters under 15 boys. Is that your pet event? Is that the event that you were concentrating on? And was it your objective today to run down the record?
Well, today my objective really going into the race was just to win it. If the record came along, of course I'm happy with it, but the event that I'm really focusing on at BSSAC is going to be 400. I will be running the 8 as well, but 400 really will be my focus.
Will you be running the 2 as well?
No, I start running 200s.
Okay, well, congratulations to you, Kobe. All the best in the remainder of your events, and we certainly look forward to seeing you in the zonal meet and in BSSAC doing some fantastic things for Christchurch Foundation.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Ian. I'm here with a very special young man, special to me and special to Christchurch Foundation, Delano Wickham. Delano, your first year Christchurch Foundation School, how is it going?
So far it's going okay. The atmosphere obviously will be different from Ali School for the years I was there, but it's good they welcomed me and stuff like that, and yeah, so far it's going great.
Okay, so we've been seeing you going leaps and bounds today, and did you know how close you came to breaking that all 200-meter record by Willan Louis? You get 0.14 of a second. Yes, so you were really motoring. So you're now at the school, first year on the 20, and second year on the 20, second year on the 20. You have one more year on the 20. Okay, second year on the 20, you're here at Christchurch Foundation School. Where can we see Delano Wickham in the next 3-4 weeks?
I will be at the Louis Lanes Championships, which is after Relay Fair this weekend. And the following weekend is, I think, Junior Nationals, which is another big meet in Warriors. And then after that would be SAC Championships.
So can we see Delano Wickham's name on the plane ticket going to the Bahamas by Junior Nationals?
I would hope so.
Yeah, and this in terms, you have some very quality quarter milers at the school with you. I am calling the 4x4 relay for Christchurch Foundation School based on the caliber that I've been seeing. We're here with Jalea Denny. We're here at Christchurch Foundation Inter-House Sports at the National Stadium. She's a champion in the under 17 girls 100-meter dash. It was very close on the line. Jalea, can you talk us through the race from the start to the finish?
My strategy was to strive 10 meters at least and strive through the rest.
So your drive phase, you had a 10-meter drive phase. Okay, and you came up with blocks already, but I saw yesterday you were doing a lot of work with your starts. Not with the blocks. Why aren't they using the blocks at the sports?
I'm not sure, but it would be better to use blocks to get that push.
Yes, we had that discussion yesterday at St. Michael's School Sports as well. But moving on, it came onto the line 12.66. Lenani had 12.69, and Dominique Wood, I believe. She was started with 12.83 or something like that. That 12.86, what does that mean to you?
Well, it was a rough start from this season so far, but I'm gradually getting there from 12.90 to the 12.66, so I'm improving as it goes on.
And that 12.90 was just last Saturday. So in the space of just less than a week, you've lowered your time to 12.66. By the time BSSAC roll around and trials roll around for Carifta, where can we see Julia Denny aiming to be?
Well, I'm aiming for 11.95, and I know I have to put in a lot of work to get there.
Okay, so and you're in how many of the relays this afternoon?
Leilani Haddock, she's coming through. We've seen you come through all of the ranks. We've seen you at knapsack. We've seen you at under 13, under 15, and now under 17. What has that journey been like for you?
Well, not all the time I would have won, so it was a tough journey, but I didn't give up, so I'm proud of that, and I will keep pushing and pushing.
In terms of your development right now, where would you say that your strength lies? What is your pet event? We saw you competing in the 4, and in the 200. You won the 200. What would you say is your pet event at this stage? Because even though you won the 2, that may not be what you prefer. Where is your strength right now?
Well, to be honest, my pet event is the 200. Because in the 100, I don't really get a fast start. So I'm starting to focus more on the 400 and the 200.
So coming from the primary school, your events mainly would have been the sprints, the 1s and the 2, and you transitioned obviously when you would have gone to foundation, now into the 2 and the 4. What is the goal and the focus beyond BSSAC, maybe even Carifta? How do you see yourself? What do you see track and field as something that you may want to pursue, maybe to reach the elite level one day?
Yes, please. I honestly want to get a scholarship, and I hope I get one, because I would like to go on to college and excel over there.
For the rest of the day, you have how many events left? The 4x1, are you running the 4x4? Okay, so I'm here with what one can call comfortably a stalwart in track and field in Barbados, an icon really, Mr. Siebert Strawn. Thank you for coming and speaking with us, but you have been doing some fantastic work. Your work has been bearing fruit, especially over the last 2 years. How are you feeling about the prospects for 2018?
Well, I mean, our work would have continued from, say, last year. The foundation school have had a very good run. I would say even further than 2 years. I would say in the span of about 5 years, our boys and girls team have been in the top 3 positions. And I mean, this year we are combating. We major champions, and it wasn't a hard task taking down your school, Springer Memorial. And I mean, I give them due respect. So for creating the legacy in terms of the hard mark for other schools to follow. And we say that we are very motivated this year, even more than last year, because every year we're looking to improve. And sometimes it's not always about winning. It's all about developing the young athletes so they can go on to receive athletic scholarships and represent Barbados. And we're really looking forward for 2018 track season.
Fantastic. What goes in really to getting these athletes ready? It has obviously got to be a lot of planning. There are a number of elements that go into it in terms of the psychological and the mental. There's obviously the physical training, and certainly maintaining a balance between things like diet as well as rest.
Yes, and we are back here at the National Stadium, and there's a change in points, guys. Not very, very significant, but if we look at the girls' scores, at the top, Christchurch Foundation 346.5.
Yeah.
Springer Memorial now 329. I think these are the points coming from that last girls 200-meter hurdles.
Yeah.
And Harrison College is now at 200. So look at the difference in points in our top 3, where the 3rd place is some 129 points away from 2nd. And the battle, as we say, though, is between Springer and Christchurch Foundation. What
23.5 points.
There we go. So in the boys, though, it's a lot closer. Harrison College 256 and Christchurch Foundation 247. So that's about 9 points.
A difference of 9, yes.
9 points. And the third place, St. Leonard's boys, 181.5. Can you do that calculation as quickly?
No,
you did the others quickly. 181 to 247.
6.5 points, it looks like.
Yes. So I think then we're looking at a battle in the girls between Foundation and Springer Memorial, and in the boys, a battle between Christchurch Foundation and Harrison College.
Certainly, Michael.
And what is noticeable here, last year in the points, the girls, it was Foundation, Springer, and Harrison College.
Yes.
The same thing pertains here so far. Foundation, Springer, Harrison College. In the boys, it was Harrison College, Foundation, and St. Leonard's.
Yes.
And that's how it is so far. So right now we're looking at a repeat of those top 3 positions. But of course, we still have the 4x4s to come. And talking about the 4x4s, we're going to preempt that final of the 4x4. You know, we forgot to talk about Anthony Hoyt Small,
yes.
for the St. Michael's School coming in. And if we bring in that factor in the 4x4 for the St. Michael's School, maybe John Hollingsworth, we will give him loads and loads of kudos. But John has been around this thing for eons watching. And, you know, sometimes we talk about guys who might become good coaches or good scouts, good talent identifiers, who might not have necessarily been athletes. I think this is a case where guys like John Hollingsworth, Vincent Burke, they're very good scouts. They know track and field tall, and they can kind of predict things such as these.
Yes,
and then, you know, you look at athletes who might have come through the ranks of the sport, but may not necessarily make a good coach or make a good analyst.
Yes, my God. We add to that list there Matthew Moore, who's always...
Oh, yes.
I saw him dabbling in a little bit of coaching at NAPSAC on Monday, and he is very knowledgeable as well. And we always applaud those persons coming back. I must also mention, so we're on the topic of Mr. John Hollingsworth, his implementation of the Stay on Track program through the Ministry of Youth and Culture, where we had some children coming out of the summer camp program who were doing exceptionally well at the summer camp sports, and they received a 1-year scholarship, all expenses paid with the club fees, track shoes, softwares for 1 year. They got those equipment, and we had 2 recipients of that program this year. One was Crisario Ballantyne of the Cuthbert Moore Primary, and the other one's a young man from all the way out in St. James, I think it is, who ran out there in Orange Hill area for that camp, and he did exceptionally well. So again, Mr. Hollingsworth, thank you, sir. Continue to do the good work you're doing. Continue to look forward, and look out for the youth and track and field.
For sure. And programs like these are very important, very instrumental in the development of our young sportsmen and women. So right now, all we are doing is enjoying the
music in the background
arena. And this has become a norm at almost every major sporting event, and not just throughout the Caribbean, but worldwide, where the element of music and the element of entertainment. When a guy comes to a track meet, for example, he should not sleep. He should not fall asleep. He should be totally engaged in whatever is happening, and that's the onus is on the organizers of the event to make sure that the spectators are involved in almost every aspect of what's happening in the arena. So I know you are so actually,
I'm a musician, Michael.
No, but
I'm a musician.
It's such a yes, you are a musician, but it's so good to have the reigning Calypso monarch of Barbados, Perry, doing live coverage of the Barbados Secondary Schools Athletic Championships. The man is diverse.
Maybe we'll get a tune out of him for this year's Pickety Crop.
Well, I don't want to preempt anything, but I saw one or two lines being written as we were here. I think yesterday he mentioned two lines of a song that will be coming out for the 2018 season. So I'm really looking forward to that. And you know, we were never able to get last year. We weren't able to get front row seats at the event to cheer on our good buddy and pal Ian.
I'm not sure that you were even on the island, but to go back to the idea,
I was there. Ian. I saw you win the crown.
I want to go back. Yesterday, I saw Jasper Blades, the coach of Jumpstart, and Mr. Blades was saying to me, I should write on such and such. I won't, let the cat out of the bag. He was giving me some ideas and so on. So there are ideas everywhere. But we're seeing the under-13 girls now make their way onto the track. It's going to be one section, of course.
And if we can take a look then at the
competitors
records first.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's make sure that our eyes are good here. Yes. So the budding Lily Haynes of Harrison College set that mark last year. We were here for that spectacular run of 2 minutes 32.63. And the BSAC record, 2 minutes 29.76. And that was set way back in 1994 by Nakisha Maynard of the Allen School, 94. How old is that record now? What, 24 years?
Yes, 24 years. We're in 2018.
Wow. So Nakisha Maynard now having her own track club and continuing the development of young athletes.
Yes, and her daughter Samaya Dell doing wonderful stuff at the St. Michael School.
And of course, we're going to see Samaya Dell tomorrow in action, her daughter. So who do we have here now competing, Ian, in this final for the under-13 girls?
Representing Springer Memorial, Brianna Beard. Yeah, we have them in shot now, so we get a better perspective. So let's start on the other side. Divine Narain, representing the Ellerslie School. Also there we have Kiara Barker, St. George Secondary, representing Harrison College. Helena Allen, and also representing the Christchurch Foundation School, Sage Hunt. Representing the Allen School in the mix is Taisha Agard. The Ellerslie School is again represented by Kayla Holloway. Spring Memorial, more representation in the person of Shaniqua Burgess. St. George also factoring here once again, Emerald Sobers, and representing Christchurch Foundation, Denisha Ford. And those are all of the competitors in the 800 meters for under 13 girls. Of course, I mentioned Brianna Beard of Springer Memorial. She's on the inside.
And this race, although we have 10 competitors and there are only 8 lanes, two of the competitors will be sharing the lane, but it doesn't matter because as they approach the 300 meter mark, going down into I don't see any. Do you see any cones out there, Perry? Yes, I see some green cones over there. So that would be the break point. That's where they will break and go into lane number 1. So they're off. Beard, Ford, Sobers, Burgess, Holloway, Agard, Hunt, Allen, Barker, and Narain. Under 13 girls. What are they chasing again, Perry? What's the record?
2 minutes 32.63 seconds. That is the zonal record.
2:32. So they should be coming around about for even splits. It will be 1 minute and 16 seconds per 4. We don't have the clock. Neither did we start the race, but they're going at a very, very slow pace. And again, the girls have not broken as they should. Perry, Ian, they're still running on the outside.
On the outside.
So they're really tiring themselves doing that running. I don't understand why we didn't see. The cones are supposed to be in a straight line from lane 1 right across to lane 8. I don't think we saw that in this 800 meters. There are no cones across there over at the 300-meter mark. I think I see a physical education teacher actually lamenting via the use of his hands.
Yes, he's
about
demonstrating.
that not happening.
I'm seeing some green cones.
Yes,
on the
those
track,
green cones just separate. That's if you're using the waterfall start. So we have a problem there with that. However, leading the field, Christchurch Foundation's Sage Hunt, it looks like. And St. George Secondary. Here we see a kid in, she ran the entire first lap in lane 6. Taisha Agard of the Allen School. I think blame must be given not only to the officials here, but also to the PE teachers and coaches, because you should know if you're coming to run an 800 what you're supposed to do, when you should break. Nevertheless, we're back on track. So Christchurch Foundation in the lead, and I believe this is Sage Hunt Foundation. We have the St. George Secondary last in second position. So 10 girls here chasing some points.
Spring Memorial looking to make a move.
Yes, but this young lass from the foundation school, she's gone. She is leading by far, Sage Hunt. So this is going to be another vital 10 points for
Certainly.
Christchurch Foundation.
But we have Spring Memorial sitting now up in second, and the other Springer lass trying to get up in that third spot.
Yes, so that will be 14 points versus 10.
Yes.
So here she comes now, Sage Hunt of Christchurch Foundation School, finishing rather strong, and she looks very muscular, looking really good.
Remember her from the house meet, Michael?
Actually, that's not Sage Hunt. That's Denisha Ford. That is Denisha Ford. And the second spot going to Brianna Beard of Springer Memorial, and her teammate Burgess of Springer Memorial, and Agard of the Allen School now finishing up. So Denisha Ford of the Christchurch Foundation School, the eventual winner there of that one. Helena Allen of Farson College now finishing up. So the top 8 will receive points for their schools. Just 2 will not score. St. George getting in here with some points as well. And now finishing, passing the line, Holloway of the Ellerslie, and then her teammate, Narain. So that will end the under 13 girls 800 meters. Christchurch Foundation getting those necessary 10 points to keep them alive. But as we say, Springer
getting 14.
14. So that's the 800 meters under 13 girls done. And we'll take a quick pause and return in time for the under 13 boys coming up.
No time for lunch? With a bottle of Ensure, you get 9 grams of protein, 26 vitamins and minerals, and the calcium that your body needs. For the hectic moments of your life, drink Ensure.
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
We start with a yes, but when life takes unexpected turns, you can still say yes to more. The Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard gives you points with every purchase that you can use to travel anywhere. Fly on any airline, anywhere, anytime, with no blackout dates. Plus, with just 20,000 Scotia points, you can say yes to select destinations. With Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard credit card, it's easier to say yes to everything. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
So, Ian, we are back on track for the under 13 boys 800 meters. What's the zone and the BSAC records we're looking at?
The zone record held by Khalid Padmore of Aline, a time of 2 minutes 23.32 seconds, set just last year, Michael. And the BSAT record, a well-known name, the track and field in Barbados, Willan Louis. At the time he represented the St. Leonard's boys. He ran a time of 2 minutes 17.27 seconds back in 1995.
Wow.
That's when I entered secondary school.
Time.
A long time.
Wow. So the under 13 boys, a total of, I think we have 15 runners for this one. So they'll be running the waterfall start. Yes, 15 athletes going here. And for the waterfall start, we'll get half of the field running, starting between lanes 1 and 4, and they'll have to run between those lanes all the way around past the 300-meter mark. Then they will break. That's why you saw those green cones, Ian.
Yep.
And the other section will be running the upper end of the waterfall, and they'll go from lanes 5 to 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way around, and then they break as well. So let's look at the competitors. From Graydon Seeley, Javante Thorne. From the Allen School, Simon Fraser. From St. George Secondary, Jaden Perch. From Christchurch Foundation, Tristan Clark.
That's Jadon Perch.
Yes, thank you. From Harrison College, Naib Brown. From the Ellerslie School, Zachariah Vintner. From Christchurch Foundation, Daniel Duncan. That's a guy we should be looking out for.
Certainly.
Of course, he did extremely well at Knapsack. From the Ellerslie School, Christopher Lestrade. From the St. Leonard's boys, Nathan Smith. From Combermere, Ethan Odell. Romario Bess Hinkson from St. Leonard's boys. And Figo Reed of St. George Secondary. John Luke Stout of Combermere, Marco Aline of the Allen School, and Jaden Webster of Harrison College. So that's the field for the under 13 boys 800 meters, and they're on the line awaiting the instructions from the starter. 2 laps around the track for these guys.
I know this is one of your favorite events, Michael.
Yes.
It was your pet event in your heyday.
Yes, it was.
So Daniel Duncan, he is
coming in as a top favorite here.
Yeah.
And so as we speak about Duncan, he's out like a bullet.
He's going to head straight to the front. Let's see if he does that.
And so he leads that. Actually, no. St. Leonard's
St. Leonard's boys.
One of the St. Leonard's lads. There are 2 in here, Nathan Smith and Romario Bess Hinkson. That's also a familiar name, Perry.
Yes, it is.
So this guy is going out quite hard, setting a good pace here. And so you see now they have done the correct thing this time around. Past the 200-meter mark.
St. Leonard's in the lead.
And we'll try to zoom in if we can on the St. Leonard's lads so we can see which one of the St. Leonard's lads we have. It's Nathan Smith, competitor 1323, and he was at position number 9. And at position number 11 was Bess Hinkson. So we'll see as they come to take the bell now, who is the actual leader. And the hip numbers do assist us.
They certainly do.
So we can know what position, but we have a new leader here.
This young man from Ellerslie looks like...
so that's Vintner.
Vintner, yes.
And he's followed by Duncan. Yes, so Vintner of the Ellerslie Secondary and Daniel Duncan of the Christchurch Foundation. Those are the leaders. And now Daniel Duncan takes over. So there are a couple of races where I believe as the start, the list indicates, and as we have indicated also, they're coming through to form. So this is one here where Daniel Duncan is the guy that we'll be looking at, but he's getting a really good challenge from Vintner of the Ellerslie Secondary. So those two.
Michael, is about now that Daniel Duncan starts to make his move.
Well,
so we should see him lengthening his stride right about now.
Well, he has started to lengthen and he has opened the gap.
Vintner is not letting him go though.
Pardon?
Vintner is not letting him go. He's
Not
really
at all.
staying on his heels, so this should be a fight to the
So we
finish.
have a good battle then for the finish.
But Daniel hasn't started to kick as yet.
Well,
his legs are now turning no faster. He lengthened his stride.
His stride is just
and now he's
lengthening.
increased his stride frequency.
So here he comes, Daniel Duncan, and Vintner. Vintner is going to have a challenge though.
He's fading.
From St. Leonard's boys, but it's all Daniel Duncan. Duncan wins it. Oh, my Vintner is having some problems. There's a tussle on. Oh, the lad from St. Leonard's boys in there.
Giving him a pat on the shoulder at the end.
That's Bess Hinkson of St. Leonard's boys.
Yes,
I like to see that kind of friendly rivalry.
Remember those two boys would have competed against each other at Knapsack, so they're familiar with each other.
It's always good when a guy beats you, but you can still tap him on the back and say,
"Congratulations,
well done. I'm coming for you next time."
Daniel Duncan.
So good run there from those lads, the under 13 boys. As Perry noted, all these guys would have competed just coming out of Knapsack, competing against each other, and maybe some would have never had the opportunity to compete at Knapsack also.
Exactly. So this is their time to shine.
Yes.
And make a name for themselves in their schools.
So the under 13 girls, the under 13 boys completed. So we will break here again, and when we return, it will be the turn of the under 15 girls.
No time for lunch? With a bottle of Ensure, you get 9 grams of protein, 26 vitamins and minerals, and the calcium that your body needs. For the hectic moments of your life, drink Ensure.
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
We start with a yes, but when life takes unexpected turns, you can still say yes to more. The Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard gives you points with every purchase that you can use to travel anywhere. Fly on any airline, anywhere, anytime, with no blackout dates. Plus, with just 20,000 Scotia points, you can say yes to select destinations. With Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard credit card, it's easier to say yes to everything. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
So we're back here, guys. The under 15 girls getting ready to go. Haven't seen them out as yet, though. And some other field events in progress. We have a high jump going on. We also have a long jump going on, a javelin as well. Don't know if our cameraman can let events. Yes, so the high jump there for girls seems to be under 17 girls, could be.
And Michael, as you were talking about the under 15 girls, certainly we look forward to seeing Layla Haynes.
Yes.
She is a special
Yes, Layla
athlete.
Haynes is coming up next. So
Layla
this
Haynes.
high jump event that we are seeing here is, let's see what girls, the under 17 girls high jump event that was scheduled to go at 12, and it's 12:05, so definitely that must be it. The under 15 girls 800 meters is scheduled for 12:15, and we must applaud they're sticking to the schedule.
Yes, they are.
The administrators of this event, keeping the event going on time, and that's so important.
Well, yesterday we started 35 minutes behind time. They didn't replicate that today. At 10 o'clock sharp, the track event started, and they started sharp in terms of the field events as well. So kudos.
Spot on.
Yeah.
So we were talking about the 1500 meters coming up, and
800.
The 800 meters, sorry. As I saw the name Layla Haynes, 1500 meters just popped into my head. Oh, why wouldn't it? The girl is just class.
And as we speak, she just comes out of the tunnel here. We see her emerging from the tunnel, and they're going out to get themselves ready.
So the girls are getting ready, yes. And Sheena Goodin. What can I say about Sheena Goodin? Except that she's pretty much sweating, and wherever she is in the world, I think she's in Antigua, somewhere in the Caribbean, sweating. She believes that Layla Haynes will assault her BSSAC record of 221.10, but I think she will feel good to know that since 1995.
Wow, it's a long time.
It's about time, though.
Yeah.
It's about time that this record is broken. Remember those days of Sheena Goodin, Janelle Innes, the late Letitia Jilks. Oh, those girls were fantastic. 800 and 1500. Shirlene Williams. Oh, those were good days. So we have a girl, though, in 2016, Christian Sherlin, who was then at the Allen School, who set the zone record of 232.11, and a far cry from the 221, which is the BSSAC record. So what would it take? What would it take for Layla Haynes to run a 221, Perry?
Ooh.
That's a 110 and a 111.
110 and 111, yeah.
Wow.
And she's quite capable. She is quite capable of doing that, Michael.
Well, she's around 455 for the year already. 455, and that's really fast running for a 12-year-old. So we'll see how she will fare in this one. So the high jump continues. The under 17 girls. We have a competitor out there from the Springer Memorial School getting ready to go in the high jump. So we'll focus on that until it's time for the 800 meters. We don't have the names of the competitors, but definitely we know the schools. So Springer Memorial getting ready to go in the high jump. So she's on her way up now. And that's a failure. And Perry, for those who may not be familiar with how the high jump event goes, the basic rules of the high jump, would you be able to tell the spectators that?
Well, if you start from the beginning, you have a standard start height. I think high jump is the only event that you come in with a standard. So you have to get over the starting height. If it makes no sense putting an athlete in if they can't get over the starting height, and then it goes up in increments. I know at knapsack they go up in 3 centimeter increments, and it goes up in increments. Once the bar goes up, it can't come back down. So what you find something athletes try to clear the heights, the lower heights, and get as many good jumps in. Because if they're doing it as another event, they have to go away.
Yes, and as you spoke, a Christchurch Foundation athlete just cleared the bar. Is that your athlete there? Look like. Oh, and a really good technique, pretty good technique there from the competitor from Springer Memorial, clearing that
I think that's Combamere.
Combamere.
That's Combamere, yes.
Getting confused. You would know, Ian. You would know Springer's
Yeah, Springer knows she has changed.
outfit. You would know their kit. But that looked really close to one of the outfits of Springer Memorial.
It does.
Yeah.
Last year's outfit.
Yes.
We've upgraded.
I see that. Aline School competitor failing.
Yes.
So the basic rule though of the high jump though is you must take off with one leg. That's the basic rule. And you know, when we look at knapsack, we see a lot of the athletes coming up and doing a dive, and they take off 2 feet, but it's one leg.
Do you remember, Michael? Do you remember?
This is Springer Memorial.
Do you remember a young Akela Jones?
Yes. Yes.
Do you remember the photograph that was in the Nation newspaper after she won that event at knapsack?
Of course. Classic.
And there are different ways of going over the bar. You have this.
There are different techniques.
You have the scissors. You have the Fosbury flop.
The Western roll.
The Western roll.
and of course, it's advisable younger age groups to practice the scissors until. So you scissors until it's just natural, left then right, or right then left, whichever.
Depends on which side you're coming from, yes.
And which side you're coming from. So now we're back on track, however, to the under 15 girls 800. Perry, can you read off the starting lineup? We have about 16 going, so I believe it's another waterfall start.
Right, so there's 17 athletes in this one. We're going to be seeing Alicia Miller of the Allen School, Tashante Weeks of Ellerslie School, Sharian Alexandra of Christchurch Foundation, Destiny Haynes of Ellerslie School, Shade Ennis, the Ursuline Convent, Adara Stoddard, Christchurch Foundation, Abian Burrows, Parkinson Memorial, Soraya Lambert, Conveyor School, Candy Douglas is there from Harrison College, Kimrika Seeley from St. George Secondary School, Sonoja Jilts of the Ursuline Convent, Regina Lowe, Springer Memorial, Alicia Green, Graydon Seeley, Amber Sudat Seeley, Allen School, Jada Solomon, St. George Secondary, Layla Haynes, the one to watch in there from Harrison College, and Malia Edwards of Springer Memorial.
So the question is, Perry, will Layla Haynes break this record?
She can.
Well,
she has the pedigree to do it. She has the talent. We just have to see what mindset she's in.
Well, I have my watch out, so we'll see. And I'll try to give an unofficial split for this 800 meters under 15 girls, looking at the zone record of 2:32, the BSAC record 2:21. And Layla Haynes likes to go out front. Perry, Ian?
She's doing just that.
So it's her and Edwards, Springer Memorial, Militia Edwards and Haynes.
So by the 200 meter mark, we have an unofficial split of 32 seconds. That's fast.
Yes.
She continues at this rate. She'll get around here definitely before 1:11.
Gives her more room, more cushion for the second lap, Michael.
Yes.
And she looks so comfortable. On
So Layla Haynes coming into the straightaway, leading the pack. Springer Memorial in second.
That's Malia Edwards.
So we'll get the split now for the first 400 meters. That's 36 seconds, so 1:08. About 1:08. So she's still on target for the record.
And it looks like she's starting to
if
accelerate.
She doesn't slow down.
It looks like she's starting to accelerate a little, Michael.
Well, that last 200 meters will definitely have to quicken up. And that breeze coming over there as you approach the 300-meter mark is not easy. It's not an easy breeze. So there she goes, Layla Haynes, who is challenging her from Springer.
Malia Edwards, sorry.
That was Springer Memorial. I'm
So
not
we're
sure she'll
seeing-
have enough to go with her though.
Well,
on the
we'll
end,
see now at the 200-meter mark. She put her head down and she turned it on. 1:49 at the 600-meter mark. Now with 150 meters to go, it's still Layla Haynes of Harrison College, the 1,500-meter champion, junior girls. Here she comes now into the straightaway. 2:09, 2:10 on the clock. Layla Haynes, I believe she's going to get the zone record. She has to do a lot of running for the BSAC record. She's not going to get the BSAC record. Sheena Goodin is safe, but she will have the, oh yes, about 2:27. So that's about 2:27 there for Layla Haynes.
And Michael, if you look at the points again in top two schools, Spring Memorial had a second and the fourth.
Yeah.
Christchurch Foundation had a fifth, I believe, a fifth and a seventh or something like that. So Spring Memorial etching away at that, chipping away at that wall.
At that 30-something point lead.
It was 23 and a half last
Oh yes,
we checked.
last
23
time
and
it
a
was
half.
23 points.
So they're chipping away. They're chipping away.
20.5, yes.
Yes. So
we'll see.
We have an unofficial record there for the under 15 girls. Layla Haynes 2:32. I figure 2:27 point.
In relation to the aspect of the points, though, it must be taken into consideration that Foundation, they're also gathering points as well. They may not be as many as Springer Memorial have been gathering in the events that we have been seeing, but they are gathering points as well. So
yes, but we know numbers in, and
of course,
once you keep getting more points than the person in front of you,
of
you're
course,
getting closer and closer all the time.
But you have to do it consistently.
You have to do it consistently.
You have to do it consistently.
So we'll await that official result there. But
we may have another record on the chopping blocks there.
And once this is a record, what will this bring the number to?
Oh,
you guys were keeping tabs.
We were about 26 on it that we knew about. We should bring it about 27. We are not sure about what has happened in the field per se.
Yeah.
So we're unofficially about 27 records if this one is ratified.
So the under 15 boys should be coming next. They're already just waiting to go. And quite a number of under 15 boys here, a total of 17, which is good for a distance race.
It certainly is. So we'll see
young-
another waterfall start.
Yes, of course. For all these events, unless you have 8, you will see that waterfall start for this number of athletes. So the young lady from Commonmere being escorted off. And the boys are making their way on. And look who's in this one, Perry. This is going to be hot.
Oh, yes.
So the under 15 boys zone record, 2 minutes 15.14. And that was set by Brandon Fanfano, St. Leonard's boys last year. And the BSAT record, a blistering 2:00.08. Set by Gerard Mason of Harrison College in 2009. And of course, Gerard went on to become a Carifta champion, blistering the field. I think he set a Carifta record as well in the under 17 800 meters. And he too, I believe he's by now doing his master's degree he had a track scholarship, did some fantastic stuff. So who do we have running here in the under 15 boys 800?
I am seeing here Michael and Perry representing the Ellerslie School. That looks like Rajani Hunt. Also in there is Simon John representing the St. George Secondary School. A name that we're familiar with, Kobe Hudson of Christchurch Foundation. Christopher Quinton is also in there representing St. Leonard's Boys. Zachary Taylor is in this one as well, representing Combermere. Representing the Ursuline Convent School is Peter Headley, representing Harrison College, Kai Brathwaite. And then representing the Christchurch Foundation School, Kyle Garnett. Representing the Alling School, Khalid Padmore. Representing Parkinson Memorial, that looks like Kibion Beckles. St. George Secondary School also having another athlete in this one, Darius Boyce, St. Leonard's Boys. They're factoring again with Rashad Worrell. Combermere School is represented by Romario Dates, Ursuline Convent. Also in this one, they have Nathan Vaughn. Harrison College is represented by Simeon Maynard. The Allen School represented by Kaylee Hope. And rounding out the field, representing the Parkinson Memorial School, looks like Amir Gustav.
So a total of 17 guys facing the starter. And I'm going to try to get my watch out again so I can see how close these guys will be to the record.
Kobe Hudson, one to watch.
So they're off. Yes, Kobe Hudson. Simon John of the St. George Secondary School should be a factor in here as well. I won't rule him out.
But if you look at the front of the race, Kobe Hudson is already up front, asserting
now
himself.
Cutting in to the inside, the competitor from the Allen School. That's Keely Hope. So Hope is settling there into second position behind Hudson. We have 30 seconds gone past the 200-meter mark. So 2 minutes and 15 seconds should give us splits of about 1:07, 1:08. As they come around now into the straightaway for the first time. You can hear the bell going. We are at 53 seconds now. So Kobe Hudson still holding on to the lead, and right on his heels from the Allen School is Hope. In third position, competitor from the Ellerslie Secondary. And that's Hunt. Right, Johnny Hunt in third position. So those three lead in. We have about 1:15 on the clock now as they approach the 300-meter mark.
Yeah.
And nothing has changed. Kobe Hudson had a fantastic run in the 400. So it's still Hudson and Hope.
Extending his lead now, Michael.
200 meters to go, just about now, 1:38. Now the Combermere boys are coming up. That's Taylor and Dates.
St. George looking to make a surge as
With
well.
there too also.
Yes.
No Foundation in the mix. No Harrison College in the mix.
Well, Foundation
Actually,
is up front.
Foundation is up front.
Yeah.
I mean the second Foundation guy.
Yes.
So Kobe Hudson looking to get 10 points in for Foundation. 207, 208, 209, 210, 211, 12, 13. Wow, that's going to be a close one. It's going to be very close for that record.
Maybe
so
able
Hope,
to challenge the zone.
The zone record, that is. So a third and fourth there for Combermere. Zachary Taylor is in third, and fourth going to Ramiro Dates. So Combermere with some good points, and Zachary Taylor, who placed third in that one. Do you know the pedigree he comes from, Perry or Ian? Zachary Taylor. You ever heard the name Melissa Straker Taylor?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's.
And Dave Taylor.
That's Zachary.
Yes, that's Zachary.
Oh gosh.
So
right. Yes.
some outstanding pedigree.
He would have competed for
Hilltop. At Knapsack.
Knapsack, right? Yes, I'm very ashamed, Michael, because I taught the young boy at primary school before he went to Hilltop.
You're getting old, Perry.
No, he's changed a lot. I knew he was always big and tall, but
he's bigger and taller now.
Yeah, more muscular now. He's a leaner and more muscular.
Yes.
Of course, his father, Dave Taylor, outstanding shot putter,
and his mother, an Olympian. Represented Barbados several times, Melissa Straker Taylor. So the under 15 boys done, as we get ready for the under 17 girls and boys who will be coming up next. And this should also provide us with some excitement. Only 12 girls will be going in that under 17 girls 800 meters. And that event is due to go at 12:45. Don't think the girls have come out as yet. We don't see them as yet. So
running ahead of schedule.
Yes, we are. So what we're going to do is to take a break, and we'll be back for the under 17 girls 800 meters.
It's not about exercising. It's having the strength to do what you're passionate about. It's not about the road traveled. It's about the one to be traveled. An important thing in life is finding the perfect balance between body and soul. With a bottle of Ensure, you get the proteins, calcium, and 26 vitamins and minerals your body needs to live the best moments of your life with strength and energy. Your life, your health, your Ensure.
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
Yes is a beautiful word. It empowers us. It brings satisfaction. And since you earn up to 3% cash back on everyday purchases with the Scotiabank Gold MasterCard, that's a lot of satisfaction, a lot more often. Plus, you get a welcome bonus from the get-go. Scotiabank Gold MasterCard is the card that keeps on giving, so it's easier for you to create many more precious yes moments. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union crib club.
It's more than just money.
Home development with the crib club. You're young and you need to save money with the crib club. Savings have value and sustainability. So listen, children, show some discipline. It is beneficial for you. When you save, you see the value.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union crib club. More than just money with the credit union crib club.
Yeah.
So we were with Kobe Hudson. Kobe, now you absolutely shattered the record in the 400 meters under 15 boys. Is that your pet event? Is that the event that you were concentrating on? And was it your objective today to run down the record?
Well, today my objective really going into the race was just to win it. If the record came along, of course I'm happy with it, but the event that I'm really focusing on at BSSAC is going to be 400. I will be running the 8 as well, but 400 really will be my focus.
Will you be running the 2 as well?
No, I start running 200s.
Okay, well, congratulations to you, Kobe. All the best in the remainder of your events, and we certainly look forward to seeing you in the zonal meet and in BSSAC doing some fantastic things for Christchurch Foundation.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Ian. I'm here with a very special young man, special to me and special to Christchurch Foundation, Delano Wickham. Delano, your first year Christchurch Foundation School, how is it going?
So far it's going okay. The atmosphere obviously will be different from Ali School for the years I was there, but it's good they welcomed me and stuff like that. And yeah, so far it's going great.
Okay, so we've been seeing you going leaps and bounds today, and did you know how close you came to breaking that all 200-meter record by Willan Louis? You get 0.14 of a second. Yes, so you were really motoring. So you're not at school, first year on the 20, and second year on the 20. Second year on the 20. You have one more year on the 20. Okay, second year on the 20. You're here at Christchurch Foundation School. Where can we see Delano Wickham in the next 3-4 weeks?
I will be at the Relays Championships, which is after Relay Fair this weekend. And the following weekend is, I think, Junior Nationals, which is another big meet in Warriors. And then after that would be SAC Championships.
So can we see Delano Wickham's name on the plane ticket going to the Bahamas by Junior Nationals?
I would hope so.
Yeah, and this in terms, you have some very quality quarter milers at the school with you. I am calling the 4x4 relay for Christchurch Foundation School based on the caliber that I've been seeing.
Well, thank you very much, Perry. Here with Hannah Connell, an outstanding run in the 100-meter event that we just saw. Hannah, how are you feeling about your run?
I feel good about it. My legs are open up and I feel relaxed.
Fantastic. Now, we saw you at the end of the 400 meters. You were a little bit disappointed. I don't know, your body language. Were you disappointed?
No, I was happy about it.
In the 400?
Yeah.
Okay, so we know 400 is not your event. But were you in your mind today running against your own record, that 12.18 that you would have set last year? Were you thinking to challenge that this year?
Yes, please.
In your mind, again, what kind of time are you looking to run? Are you hoping that at the end of the event you would have run?
At least 11.9 or 12.0.
11.9, 12. What's the Carifta qualifying standard?
11.80.
11.80. And I know that in the back of your mind as well, you must have Carifta as one of those goals that you want to achieve.
Yeah, for the hurdles, 100 hurdles.
Can we look forward, in terms of the rest of the season, we will be seeing you? We obviously expect to see you at the zonal meet and certainly at BSAC. But what about the meets that you will be having on Saturdays and those types of championships? Are you going to be participating in that as well, in those meets as well?
Yes, I will.
All right. Well, congratulations on a good run. I really hope that you have broken your record, and we look forward to seeing you for the rest of the day.
We're here with Jalea Denny. We're here at Christchurch Foundation in the House Sports at the National Stadium. She's the champion in the under 17 girls 100-meter dash. It was very close on the line. Jalea, can you talk us through the race from start to the finish?
My strategy was to strive 10 meters at least and strive through the rest.
So your dry phase, you had a 10-meter dry phase. Okay, and you came up with blocks already, but I saw yesterday you were doing a lot of work with your starts. Not with the blocks. Why aren't they using the blocks at the sports?
I'm not sure, but it would be better to use blocks to get that push.
Yes, we had that discussion yesterday at St. Michael's School Sports as well. But moving on, it came onto the line 12.66. Lenani had 12.69, and Dominique Wood, I believe, she was 12.83 or something like that. That 12.66, what does that mean to you?
Well, it was a rough start from this season so far, but I'm gradually getting there from 12.90 to the 12.66, so I'm improving as it goes on.
And that 12.90 was just last Saturday. So in the space of just less than a week, you've lowered your time to 12.66. By the time BSAC roll around and trials roll around for Carifta, where can we see Jalea Denny aiming to be?
Well, I'm aiming for 11.95, and I know I have to put in a lot of work to get there.
Okay, so and you're in how many of the relays this afternoon?
So Ian, we are back.
Yes,
for the
we are.
Under 17 girls 800 meters, just one section. A total of 12 girls scheduled to go in this one. What's the zone and BSAC records here?
The zone record set by Sharissa Moore of Harrison College. Last year, that time is 2 minutes 21.88 seconds. And the BSAC record held by the late Letitia Jilts.
Yeah.
A time of 2 minutes 15.90 seconds. Those are the zone and BSAC records respectively.
And you'll note that record by Letitia Jilts was set in 1997 when there was a Louis Link Secondary School in existence.
Oh yes, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, so the lineup then from Parkinson Memorial, Janelle Reed. From Springer Memorial, Kezia Harris. From St. George Secondary, Jamisha Stanford. From the Christchurch Foundation School, Daisha Brathwaite. From Springer Memorial, Fadidra Deshang. From the Ellerslie School, Ellerslie Secondary, Janine Howell. From Combermere, Jody Smith Padmore, representing the Christchurch Foundation School. She should be a favorite here. Kyla Cummins from Harrison College, Sky Loudon Blaber from the Ellerslie Secondary, Prishanda Reed from Combermere, Christian Sherlin, and from St. George Secondary, Zadena Bell. So Sherlin should come in, Perry, as a favorite. Sherlin had the record in the under 15 girls category.
Yes.
Now moving up to under 17. Let's see. And she's moved from the Allen School to Combermere.
Daisha Brathwaite is also one that would probably factor here. We saw her yesterday in the 1500 meters, Perry. She looked pretty good.
Brathwaite?
From Christchurch Foundation.
Christchurch Foundation, yes. Kyla Cummins is also a fairly sharp athlete as well. So we have to keep our eyes on her. I've been watching her putting in a lot of work with her coach Leo Garns, so she looks fairly strong.
Saw Mr. Garns a little earlier, just watching from the sidelines. So we're getting ready. Only 12 athletes in this one. Not as big a field as we would have seen previously in the junior divisions. Just awaiting the starters' orders now. There's Reed, Harris, Stanford, Brathwaite, DeJong, Howell, Smith, Padmore, Cummins, Loudon, Reed, Sherlin, and Bell. There they go, Perry.
Yes, and there they go off and running. Nice, smooth start there. Let's see if anyone is going to try to assault that record set by Sharissa Moore. And we see going at the back stretch. That looks like... Is that a Commerce School on the outside?
On the inside and looking pretty good is the Janelle Reed from Parkinson Memorial.
Janelle Reed from Parkinson. She's coming around. So they hit the 200-meter mark right about now. The pace is almost pedestrian at this point in time. And but yeah, we see some separation.
Yes, there's some separation. The top three have really gone ahead and left the rest of the pack. See Foundation is in the mix there. I see Combermere.
That seems to be Christian Sherlin.
Sherlin. Yes, Sherlin from Combermere.
As we said, she was the record holder in the under 15 category. And yeah, she leads the pack.
Taking the bell now.
Christchurch Foundation.
Is that Cummins from Christchurch? No, that's
Brathwaite.
Christchurch. Cummins is down. They're sitting in 5th, 6th position.
She'll have to pick the pace up.
Yes,
those girls are really turning it on there.
Oh yes, they're motoring now, Michael.
Brathwaite now taking over the lead from Sherlin, so it's probably going to be a fight to the finish here. Now going down the back straight for the second time.
250 meters now to go, and Daisha Brathwaite of Christchurch Foundation looking really strong, but Sherlin is sitting on her heels with 200 meters to go.
Should be a fight to the finish. 200 meters now.
It's going to come down to who has the fastest kick off the turn.
Let's see how it goes as they get ready to turn for home, Perry. Are you seeing any indication that a kick is going to be engaged?
Well, if there was a kick, that kick should have started a while back. But it seems as though Brathwaite of the Christchurch Foundation School has the upper hand now, and she will hold on for the win. So another 10 points going to Foundation, and Combermere's Christian Sherlin finishing in 2nd position. Here comes Springer looking for a 3rd spot. She doesn't get it. Janelle Reed of Parkinson with a 3rd, but Springer will end up with double points for 4th and 5th.
Yep.
6 goes to Christchurch Foundation.
So 9 points there for Springer in that one.
Yeah.
Foundation will end up with double points as well, but more than 9.
Yes, certainly. So the battle continues.
Yes, between Springer and Christchurch Foundation. The under 17 boys will be coming up shortly.
Fast finish here by the young lady from Ellerslie.
That's Howell, Janine Howell.
So the under 17 boys are scheduled to go at 1 o'clock. We are now at 12:42. So I believe we will take another break and return. Make sure we give you all of the action. You won't miss a race, we promise you that. And we'll be back at the National Stadium shortly. Yes, guys, we are back for the under-17 boys 800 meters. Just one section here for these guys. And I believe we have a total of 15 athletes going. And let's look at the BSSAC and NAPSAC records. Very interesting statistics here. The zone record set by Kai Aline last year from Harrison College, a time of 2:02.77. And if we look at the BSSAC record, Gerard Mason, also of Harrison College, set that mark in 2011. 1 minute 52.74, Perry. And we saw Gerard Mason as an under 15 running 2 minutes flat, and then as an under 17 he improved some 8 seconds to 152.74, and that's the kind of development that you really want to see with these athletes.
Yes, Michael, and 8 seconds cutting off 8 seconds off of your personal best to run it up this time is extremely exceptional.
Yes. And of course, he would have medaled all his years as an under 17 at the Carifta Games.
Oh, yes.
in that 800 meters. So, Ian, what's the lineup like for this under 17 boys 800?
Representing the Combermere School, we have Jaden Leacock. Representing Christchurch Foundation, Aquan Waith. St. Leonard's Boys is represented by Koshan Scott. The Combermere School is represented by Nathan Goddard McCarthy. Aline represented by Josiah Grant. Christchurch Foundation again is represented by Kimar Sherman. Also involved in this one, we have a false start, so that gives me a little more time to call this list. Parkinson Memorial represented by Jamie Lawson. Harrison College has Christian McIntosh Clark. St. George Secondary represented by Tyreek Bavell. I'm seeing also in the mix Harrison College's Jason McIntosh Clark. The Allen School has in Akem Ramsey. Parkinson Memorial has some representation in the person of Tyrese Connell. The Ellerslie School is represented by Miguel Nicholas, a name we remember from yesterday, Perry. The St. Leonard's Boys, they're represented by Rashawn Lane. And St. George Secondary is represented by Tashawn Clark. And those are the athletes involved in the under 17 boys 800 meters.
And of course, our eyes will be on Nathan Goddard McCarthy, who yesterday won the 1500 meters. Perry?
Oh, yes.
Looking to add one more under his belt.
Actually, I spoke to him this morning, and he's targeting. He said he would like to run a 1:54.
Wow, so that's 27 seconds gone there for the first 200 meters. So we'll see if he can target that 1:54, if he can make it. Definitely a good run for an under 17 boy will be 2 minutes, under 2 minutes flat. So 2:02, the record, the zone record, that's what they'll be looking to beat. We are at 52, 53 seconds. So that's a 56 split. Pretty decent for him. So even if he comes back in 64, he will be at 2 minutes flat.
Yeah, so he has a cushion there.
Yes, he does have a nice cushion to work with. And of course, if he picks the pace up over the last 200 meters, he will be on target. So he's looking pretty good right now. Good strides, good running technique from this lad.
Yes, he has a good rhythm.
Yes, can't say nothing wrong about him so far. 1:27 for 600 meters. He just needs to finish quickly.
Miguel Nicholas
to
trying
put
to
his
keep up
foot
with him.
down. Yes. 1:40. So he's still on target. Still on target here. He just needs to keep the form, and digging deep. Nathan Goddard McCarthy of Combermere School on his way to winning his second race. He had a 1500 victory yesterday, now looking for the 158, 159. So 2:02, just short. So that last, the foundation boys patting each other, finishing up there, double points for them. So if we look at the splits there, unofficially, of course, he had a 31 and a 34. So that last 200 meters would have done him in.
Yes, it did.
And of course, these guys are learning the sport and they're improving all along. So that 202 just short. But remember, they still have some running to do in the next round when they get to the final. So he has a chance to improve on that performance. But for sure, he has the win, and he has 2 gold medals under his belt, 2 zone championships under his belt. So that's the under 17 boys done. We have the under 20 girls and the under 20 boys coming up. Nothing seeded as yet. No?
No, nothing seeded as yet. So
we see the girls out there as yet.
We'll have to wait.
No
sign of the girls.
I guess we can take a break then, and we'll return in time for the under 20 girls.
No time for lunch? With a bottle of Ensure, you get 9 grams of protein, 26 vitamins and minerals, and the calcium that your body needs. For the hectic moments of your life, drink Ensure.
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
Yes is a beautiful word. It empowers us. It brings satisfaction. And since you earn up to 3% cash back on everyday purchases with the Scotiabank Gold MasterCard, that's a lot of satisfaction, a lot more often. Plus, you get a welcome bonus from the get-go. Scotiabank Gold MasterCard is the card that keeps on giving, so it's easier for you to create many more precious yes moments. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
It's more
So we were with Kobe Hudson. Kobe, now you absolutely shattered the record in the 400 meters under 15 boys. Is that your pet event? Is that the event that you were concentrating on? And was it your objective today to run down the record?
Well, today my objective really going into the race was just to win it. If the record came along, of course I'm happy with it, but the event that I'm really focusing on at BSSAC is going to be 400. I will be running the 8 as well, but 400 really will be my focus.
Will you be running the 2 as well?
No, I start running 200s.
Okay, well, congratulations to you, Kobe. All the best in the remainder of your events, and we certainly look forward to seeing you in the zonal meet and in BSSAC doing some fantastic things for Christchurch Foundation.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Perry. Here with Hannah Connell, an outstanding run in the 100-meter event that we just saw. Hannah, how are you feeling about your run?
I feel good about it. My legs are open up and I feel relaxed.
Fantastic. Now, we saw you at the end of the 400 meters. You were a little bit disappointed. I don't know, your body language. Were you disappointed?
No, I was happy about it.
In the 400?
Yeah.
Okay, so we know 400 is not your event, but were you in your mind today running against your own record at 12.18 that you would have set last year? Were you thinking to challenge that this year?
Yes, please.
In your mind, again, what kind of time are you looking to run? Are you hoping that at the end of the event you would have run?
At least 11.9 or 12.0.
11.9, 12.0. What's the correct qualifying standard?
11.80.
11.80. And I know that in the back of your mind as well, you must have Carifta as one of those goals that you want to achieve.
Yeah, for the hurdles, 100 hurdles.
Can we look forward in terms of the rest of the season? We will be seeing you. We obviously expect to see you at the zonal meet and certainly at BSSAC. But what about the meets that you will be having on Saturdays and those types of championships? Are you going to be participating in that as well, in those meets as well?
Yes, I will.
All right. Well, congratulations on a good run. I really hope that you have broken your record, and we look forward to seeing you for the rest of the day.
We're here with Jalea Denny. We're here at Christchurch Foundation in the House Sports at the National Stadium. She's the champion in the under 17 girls 100-meter dash. It was very close on the line. Jalea, can you talk us through the race from the start to the finish?
My strategy was to strive 10 meters at least and strive through the rest.
So your drive phase, you had a 10-meter drive phase. Okay, and you came over the blocks really well. I saw yesterday you were doing a lot of work with your starts. Not with the blocks. Why aren't they using the blocks at the sports?
I'm not sure, but it would be better to use blocks to get that push.
Yes, we had that discussion yesterday at St. Michael's School Sports as well. But moving on, it came onto the line 12.66, Lenani had 12.69, and Dominique Wood, I believe, she was third with 12.83 or something like that. That 12.66, what does that mean to you?
Well, it was a rough start from this season so far, but I'm gradually getting there from 12.90 to 12.66, so I'm improving as it goes on.
And that 12.90 was just last Saturday, so in the space of just less than a week you've lowered your time to 12.66. By the time BSSAC roll around and trials roll around for Carifta, where can we see Jalea Denny aiming to be?
Well, I'm aiming for 11.95, and I know I have to put in a lot of work to get there.
Okay, so and you're in how many of the relays this afternoon?
The young man with me was the winner of the under 17 boys 100 meters, young Mr. Jean-Pierre Hines. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Now, your race strategy. Talk to me a little bit about it. Obviously, you had to have gone into the race with a plan.
My start, not really the best, but so I know that some of them would get out before me on the start, so I had to try to get them back up or before it was too late.
Now, in terms of the other competitors, is there anyone in particular that you may be paying attention to, or you were saying to yourself, well, I have to look out for a particular athlete? Well, let's deal with this first.
me at sports.
Yes, let's deal with your inter-house sports first.
All my friends, Saviola and Nathan, I was looking out for them.
Looking forward though, because we then have zonal meet and then we have BSSAC finals. Who are some of the competitors that you think you need to be in top shape? I mean, your absolute best to come out on top, because that is obviously your objective.
Darian Clark and Kira Carvalho.
One of the important things, of course, when you're competing is to always be aware of who your competition is, and you are certainly aware of your competition. Are you looking to challenge any records this year?
Not really sure with the records, but I would like to qualify for Carifta.
And the qualifying standard for the under-17 boys is
10.80.
We haven't had your timers yet. Based on what you and your coaches are seeing, how far off do you think you are right now in terms of reaching that qualifying standard?
I think I could reach it because my PB is 11.08, so I think it's possible.
Well, I wish you all the best in achieving your goals, and I really hope that you do qualify for Carifta 2018.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.